Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. How's it going, Nate?
It is going good. Hopefully, I just took a little peek on the audio, and it sounds like I don't hear any echo like last week. Apologies to all
Yes.
those who listened through or skipped the episode because of the echo.
Looks and sounds good, says Dr. RIPVHS.
Yes, producer Todd back in the house. You were missed. I think he did that on purpose just to make sure that we keep sending him his paycheck. By paycheck, I mean group text message memes.
Y'all hog. I'm not sure what that means.
He's looking at my background that I quickly pulled from the internet.
Oh, I see.
Before.
Well, we are.
Who knows?
We're going to build in a new feature featuring me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Not Nerd Podcast. Today, we're going to be covering a couple things. We're going to be covering Nate's hat, which is always a crowd favorite. Dave's tip of the week. You're not going to want to miss this one. You won't believe number 3. We got just the headlines, and we're going to go through a few takes. And then we got a bonus odd take this week, and it's going to be something that you really like. And spoiler, it is from Neal.fun, like every single other one that we've ever done. But hold on to your saddles, because we're going to giddy up.
Yes. And hold on to your hats, like I'm holding on to mine, because if you'll remember, after CES, I was wearing a beanie because there wasn't a single trucker hat that I was able to score in all of Las Vegas. 4,500 booths, and nobody had a trucker hat for me. So what does one do?
Oh, they make their own. You made your own newer, which we confirmed from the company that is pronounced newer. But it's more fun to say newer because there's a double E.
I'm actually a little bit bummed because I had gotten this printed on the DTF paper before we went to Vegas. I didn't make the hat, but I made it today. But I was thinking, so we got a bunch of these stickers and their stuff. They had this really cool rainbowy logo.
Did you have? Oh, that would have been great. Hey, did you get one of the poker chips? I got 3 of them.
Yes, I did. I had it on my desk. Oh, there it is.
Mine are upstairs for some weird reason.
Yeah, so there it is, the newer poker chip.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got like the indicative of the sun and ocean colors. Very cool.
Yes, and I am working on my video. When I did a tour, I interviewed myself on the newer booth. We saw a little clip of it in our CES episode, but I'm going through that, and I was like
a kid in candy store. Did you need me to edit that?
Store.
I can edit that for you.
Oh, I got it. Okay. But we did get a video from CES out. We did Matthias worldwide. They have been doing Mac keyboards forever, and they've started doing other keyboards and mice, lots of ergonomic stuff. So go check out that video. Steve over there, very cool guy. And
been at a hospital or a school or something where they use Macs, you probably use a Matthias keyboard because they're for a while they were, I think, the only ones really making third-party keyboards for Apple. So anyway.
Nice. And this product is not newer, but Dave, I was on my TikToks this last week, and my pick of the week last week, this little bad boy, this little selfie stick / camera grip / everything, and I had a couple problems with it. Well, one, I realized on the phone clip, both the top and the bottom are cold shoe mounts.
Yeah.
So you can add accessories to that. But my big complaint was when you stretched it out, that your remote is way up here, and you're like, well, you can take the remote out.
Right.
And yes, I can. And guess what I figured out?
They have a place.
TikTok video. They have a little notch on the handle.
Of course.
It's got a little notch on the back.
Yeah.
And a little hole there.
So they figured it all out.
This is not newer. This is near perfect
Perfect.
in the world of selfie sticks. If it had more extension on it, man, it would be hard to beat. Now, I am excited to hear. I think Hey Grandma commented that since she didn't have TikTok, she bought one at the Amazon link, possibly that
Hmm.
I put, which I think was a Ulanzi brand, which is much like Newer or Small Rig, another
Yeah,
low
we like
price
Ulanzi.
accessory maker, and they have some stuff that I would really like to pick up. But yeah, so anyways, I wanted to follow up improvements, more pick on my pick of the week last
More
week.
pick.
I'm picking it more.
Morepick.com. Don't go there. We have no idea where that goes.
Yes,
Do
go
not
to
go
not
there.
picks and pick up some great stuff. I will say this: TikTok politics aside,
Yeah.
the reason why I have purchased stuff on TikTok, they really are promoting their shop stuff where you can buy it through there. Some of it's just complete garbage, but there is some good stuff. But it is very competitive, so there is always discounts and stuff. So if you find something you like, you can wait and get free shipping, or it'll go on sale. The whole shop experience on TikTok is pretty annoying, but
Yeah.
if you know what you're looking for, if you see something you want to get, it's not a bad place. It's not Amazon Prime overnight, but it's also not Temu 2 months later. It takes about a week to get it, and depending on where it's coming from. So I have some more stuff from the TikTok shop, but we
More.
will get to that later. Dave, I mentioned Amazon Prime,
Yes.
and a few weeks ago, you mentioned Amazon Prime and said that you had canceled your Amazon Prime. But then last week, I believe you said that you were back already. Is this true?
Yeah, I'll give you a quick summary because I mean I
Yeah.
know that everybody's probably out there and wants to settle in and listen to my
Well, and
story.
I did want to make this our main topic this week, just to talk about Amazon Prime, because it is such a prolific thing that we don't really think about too often, but we should think about it every once in a while and make those educated, holistic cost
Yes. Oh, sorry.
decisions
I, I'm s-
of the.
I'm I misheard you. What'd you say again?
Oh, you would want to look at the holistic cost.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yes.
You would want to do that.
Yes. So, yes, tell us your Amazon Prime journey. Start back in the days in the Kansas farm
Well,
as a young boy feeding the chickens.
we won't go back that far. Um, but Jeff Bezos was born in 19 no I guess we
Jeffrey
won't talk.
Bezos. How
uh,
does that song go? That was like a big meme song
so
recently.
Amazon Prime, I've had it for years. You've had it for years. The price keeps increasing year after year, and we keep saying this is a good value. And I started to contemplate whether it was a good value for me or not, because you and I have the fortune of living near Amazon distribution warehouses. And so you typically make an order and it's like, we'll just drop it off to you today. It's just down the road. And it's like, go
I'm going
for it.
on break in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
so stop
So
by.
I'm like, well, if I don't have the Amazon Prime, I'll still get stuff in a couple days, probably
Yeah.
anyway. It's not that big a deal. Um, One thing that I didn't factor into the cost was the shipping. And if you order something, it's $6.99 shipping, kind of flat. Some items it costs more. This is if you're not on Amazon Prime. With Amazon Prime, it's just free shipping unless you order something that's not a Prime item. Well, as a non-Prime subscriber, you can avoid the $6.99 shipping fee if you order $25 or more
Oh,
of
yeah.
products that qualify. Not all products qualify. And so there was a series of products that I was purchasing that I wanted to have in a reasonable amount of time. And I put them in my cart and it's like, oh, it's like a $8 item and $6.99. So I'm going to wait. And then I started going, well, are there other things I need? And then I went through this process of, am I going to be adding items to my cart and purchase things I don't really need just to avoid paying the shipping costs? Because I'd rather
Yeah.
buy something for $12 than pay $6.99 for get nothing. So I went through this. One of the other things that I miscalculated was many moons ago. I added my sister as an Amazon Prime
Oh, family
whatever
member.
family member. Well, since that time, the Amazon Prime family thing has changed probably 6 times. They every once
No.
Amazon Prime families now works this way, and now it works this way, and da 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 da. So during that time, her account had been grandfathered in as a partner on my account. I could not see any information that she was connected to my
Oh,
account.
weird.
I'd go into my administrative stuff. It didn't show her anywhere. Nothing. I opened up the new family stuff that came out a few years ago. She's not in my family. Nothing. I even added Sam as my son as the other adult in my
Mm.
household so that he could, because now with a family, 2 adults can get the free Prime shipping, and then that's it. You can't add more than that. So, unbeknownst to me, she was just on my account for free for all these years. And they were just, I guess, they forgot about her, or they were like, well, terms and conditions, we are keeping our promise or whatever. So when I canceled my Prime, it kicked her off.
Oh.
And about a week later, she's like, "Did you do something with your Prime account?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I canceled it because Amazon Prime Video, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. They raised the price. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They kept the price the same, but they inserted ads into all the programs. And if you didn't want the ads, you had to pay like $3 or $4 more per month." And I'm like, "Are you? I'm already paying you like $160 a year. Now you want me to pay for ads?" So I had had enough. But it was a domino effect. It kicked my sister off. Trying to add her back after the fact
Oh.
was I had to send her an invite to join my family. She apparently was already a member of her husband's family. And when she accepted my invitation, him, her daughter, her son, and her 2 grandchildren all are now in my account as family members because they were all part of her husband's
Wow.
account because she was family. It like merged the 2 families. And
Nice.
so I don't know who can get Prime shipping, who cannot get Prime shipping. It's a mess. I wish I never would have touched it. I wish I just would have said, "Yes, Jeff Bezos, even though you were one of the richest men in the world and could solve world hunger, water, all of these things, and you choose not to do so, I will gladly give you another $3 so I don't have to mess up my account." But we're all stuck. This is, we all did this. We all jumped ship and bought everything on Amazon and closed down all of our local stores. We knew this was going to happen. We talked about this a decade ago. All the local stores are going to turn to crap, and then Amazon will be the only option. And I feel like after I canceled them, I'm like, well, to do what I want to do and to get products at a reasonable price in a short amount of time, I'm just going to have to pay for the Prime so I can save money on the shipping. So all I've done by canceling is make my life more complicated. So
very nice.
I
Producer Todd in the chat. When I order from Amazon twice a year, I use Mark's account of Mark and Toddcast fame. He got like 15 people on his account, and my card and address is saved, and I can just select them. I can see everything he and Nick order, and we agreed to never speak of it.
So that's one option. That is, he's logging into Mark's account.
Yeah.
And you can have as many drop ship addresses as you want. I've done that with Sam before, where I order the product, but I drop ship it to his place. So yes, if you're close enough with people in your life that they're okay with you logging into their account and potentially buying, a 300-pound safe that costs $8,000 shipping on their account and their credit card, if you trust someone to not do that, then by all means let them log in. But if you want to do it the way it's designed, where you just share it with another adult, it's become more complicated since they've set up their family, which is very reminiscent of how Apple's family
thing. Yes, family sharing.
Yeah, family sharing. And I think maybe Amazon actually did it first. But Anyway, I did not know my sister had been grandfathered in.
No, that's
Seriously, for
crazy.
like 8 years, she's been on my account, but it doesn't show up
Wow.
anywhere. And she's
Huh.
just like, all of a sudden, she's like, did you change something?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a
It
mess.
is crazy. You don't realize how much you need something until it's gone and how complicated things were. That does add a whole another layer. But I wanted to kind of look at Amazon because a lot of people probably just don't think about it. Either you're a member, you're not. But I did find a link to the Amazon Prime membership fee page. And the current Amazon Prime membership pricing, you can do $14.99 month by month. You can do $139 a year, so you save a couple months worth if you do it that way. And then the Prime Video only membership is $8.99. Now they do have Amazon Prime student membership pricing for $7.49 per month
Yes.
or $69 per year, so half
I looked
price.
at all
And then
those options.
the Prime shipping only plan, invitation only, is $15 a month. I don't know why you would want that. They do have EBT, Medicaid, SNAP, and other select government assistance recipients can qualify for Prime access at $6.99 a month, and it might be subject to sales tax.
So so what you need to do is you need to come up here and you need to find someone who is a student. Where is the student one? I saw this. It's because it's
Yeah,
like six. Oh, there it is,
749 for
749
the
right there in the
student.
middle of the screen. Geesh. Current Prime student. So you find, but I don't know that a student can share their account
Oh,
with anybody.
they probably don't get the family
Yeah,
option. That
it's
would
just
make
a
sense
one
that they
person.
didn't. I'm going to go into manage my household because I don't know.
And I found a
Uh,
grid also that kind of showed the stuff. I'm like, well, maybe I'm going to try to get one of these. Oh, I know what it was. It's like it keeps trying to upsell me to Business Prime. And it's like,
mm,
get Business Prime. But
yeah,
you lose all the family benefits. There's
yeah,
no family benefits with Prime
and
Business.
supposedly get some more discounts. But yeah, they've been asking me to do that forever. But I
Yeah,
will
you're
give
not allowed
you
to do that.
everyone a pro tip if you have a spouse or significant other. Years ago, Chelsea and I, we separated out our Amazon accounts, which is wonderful at gift buying time
Yeah.
because then you aren't seeing all of those orders. So, like, even if Mark and Nick, if they created a second adult and gave people that login where it wasn't their own personal
That's
stuff, it
probably,
doesn't seem
yeah.
like they care.
Mark and Nick should share an account, and then they should then they should just invite Todd with his own account as the other
Yeah.
adult.
Yes.
That's
If
probably
they
what
don't
they should
want
do.
to buy each other gifts.
Yeah.
Because that used to be the thing. It's like, okay, for the month of December, don't log into the Amazon account. You can buy stuff, but never go look at the orders and all
And
that stuff.
here's another thing. It's just like I'm trying to find the family thing. It's so hard to find. Everything is just so like how do I get
Yeah.
to that family page? I kind of want to show everybody how messed up it is.
All these monolith companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, even Apple, to try to find some of the stuff in your settings.
It's
Um,
bad.
and I do have Isla is set up in there, but I think that's because for a while she had a Kindle tablet, and then also on Amazon Prime Video, we have a profile for her. She is not ordering from Amazon on her own yet at 8.5.
Okay, I don't think this is going to be sharing any stuff with the world. So here's my Amazon family now, and I there was like three Abbeys, and I got rid of all but one. So there's
Ah,
me, and then Kelly's my brother-in-law, uh, my daughter. I have a family profile for Amazon Prime Video, so that
okay.
it's like a generic one, so that I can watch my shows, Val can watch her shows, and then we have a family ones. But it's decided to put it in there as a real member. But I didn't set up an account; it's just a profile. And so these are all the profiles. That's what they are. They're for like
Wow.
Amazon Prime, but they're in
Oh,
here, and it's so dumb. It's like anyway, it's a
interesting.
challenge. It pulled over all those profiles, and now I'm scared to remove them because if I do, is it going to delete
wipe out
profile and
their stuff.
yeah. So
And Hey Grandma says, I'm in our Amazon family account twice.
there you go. See,
Very nice. I just thought of a new segment. Instead of in addition to our Ramzon purchase of the week, we'll do our randomized Mark and Nick purchase of the week. Todd, you
oh
log into their account and then you bring
yes.
us a random product that Mark and Nick bought.
And since they don't
Each week.
listen to our show, they'll
Yeah.
never know. It's the
They'll
perfect
never
crime.
know. So one of the things when I was trying to speculate on why you ran back to Amazon, and Hey Grandma says one is account holder and one says profile. So that's
Yeah.
probably like a video or music
Yeah, the profiles are
profile.
what you set up in the apps to like watch content, I think,
Yeah.
and then account holder. So anyway, it did by my sister accepting it, it didn't even move her account. It moved her husband's account because she was I think she was just a profile on his account. I don't know. It's messed up, but we'll
Yes.
get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
It'll probably end up her buying her own account. That's probably
Yeah.
what it's gonna
Hey,
happen.
there you go. Or she'll pay for it for a while.
Oh, maybe yeah. It's been a few
Um,
years.
yeah. And so speaking of music and video, one of the things, again, as I was thinking about why did Dave come back, is there's all these other Prime membership benefits, and I use very little of them. We've been watching Beast Games on Amazon Video, but of course, you have your delivery benefits: free 2-day delivery, 1 day, same day, depending, free Grubhub Plus,
Whatever that
uh,
is.
$0 food delivery fees, exclusive savings, and more with a free Grubhub Plus membership. I don't know if Chelsea uses Grubhub or if she uses Uber Eats, but
Now, is this
everyone.
where you order from like McDonald's and they bring
Yeah.
it to you?
Yes.
Well, you still gotta one trust that the person isn't a complete slob and spitting in your food.
Gee, well, you pretty much have to do that with any food you eat.
Well, when I'm at the restaurant ordering the food, I'm a little more confident. They've got cameras and managers. And then two is if you don't tip the guy, the next time you order, it's going to be all salty about it. Uh,
Salty.
so anyway, I don't use those services. So anyway, I was just clarifying. So that is what Grubhub is that.
Yes, food delivery service. There's the Amazon Key that we talked about years ago where you can get your packages delivered inside your garage.
Yeah.
If you have something, they'll work with that. Free release date delivery to get new video games, books, movies, and more. Free no rush shipping.
I have
So you can get
used
free same day delivery, or you can get free no rush shipping.
yeah, I have used their Prime Reading before, where you can just read certain books for free because you're a Prime member. If you have a
Yeah,
Kindle account, you can just read free books, and
yeah,
that's nice. Now I should actually read those books. I've checked them out, but I don't
yeah.
know. I have to read them.
Yes, and streaming and digital benefits. So they have the Prime Video now, like you mentioned, they've changed that where now it's like ad supported and you can pay extra if you don't want ads. I don't
It's
use it enough
lame.
to pay the extra, but yeah, it is a bummer
So
that they need.
I've heard that for streaming services, that the ad tier makes more money than the ad free tier for obvious
Yeah,
reasons, right? They're charging you money and they're getting all the advertiser money. So they're trying to push you towards those, which Amazon basically just said, you're getting ads whether you like it or not. But I found Disney Plus has been a real villain here. There's a new show called Skeleton Crew. It's a Star Wars spinoff. And I'm not exaggerating. It's like 8 minutes of video, 5 minutes of ads.
oh,
8 minutes of video, 5 minutes of ads. Through the entire thing, it's a 24-minute program, and it's like 45 minutes with ads. It's
uh,
ridiculous. So, as you can imagine, there are other ways. And uh, so, here's my final pro tip on that. We'll get back to Amazon Prime. If you simply, on your computer, and I think even your iPad, use the Brave browser, which we've
mm,
sung praises about before, and you just log into these services. It's either the Brave browser itself or it's uBlock Origin, which is a ad plugin. It doesn't show the ads; it just shows the content. So
Yeah.
Your mileage may vary, but try try some of those things.
And a few more things in the chat. Hey, Grandma said, for the first time ever, we got some gifts delivered here that were wrapped by Amazon. It was these bags that were actually attractive. So, yeah, they do have gift wrapping
Does it
options.
cost extra to do the
Yeah,
bags?
I think a couple bucks you can get it wrapped if you're doing it as a gift. And producer Todd says Disney Plus has ads. Well, Mark and Nick probably pay extra not to have
Yeah.
ads.
And the
I'm guessing.
prices keep going up. And so I chose this year not to do the ads, and then was reacquainted with if I watch it through my web browser, I don't have
Yeah.
ads anyway. So
Yeah.
save money. But if I watch it on the Apple TV, there's ads. You can't do anything about that. But
Yeah. More streaming and digital benefits. You get the Amazon Music for Prime members without ads, include with Prime. And then there's Amazon Music Unlimited, where you get more music on demand and ad-free top podcasts that starts at $9.99 a month, much like any
so
other music streaming service. You have Prime Gaming, no
well, it
additional
says
cost.
with Prime. What if you don't have Prime? Is it more
And you
than
can't,
$9.99 a month?
I don't think you can get it with.
Well, that's stupid.
Yes. Yeah. So you're already paying for Prime, and then you have to pay the same as another music service. And I guarantee it's not as good as Apple Music or
I know it's
Spotify.
not. I I've used it by accident, and it's like play this song, and it'll play like the 1985 live version from Kentucky. It's like no, but the album version. Come on.
Yes. It's like LimeWire all over again.
Totally.
You can get your Twitch channel subscription so you can stream on Twitch and be a gamer. Amazon Photos, we've talked about that in the past. They give you unlimited full resolution photo storage and 5 gigabytes for video storage. So it's not a
Boo.
really
So like
great.
3 photos.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not a great one there if you want an extra copy, because you know what, Dave? One backup is none backup.
That's right, Nate. You can't move forward, sorry, unless you back up. Behold, the power of backup. You were using that opportunity to take a drink, and I put the camera right on us.
That's fine. But I will let the people get to peek behind the curtain and see that I have drinks during the show, because I talk poorly. But you also have shopping benefits. Amazon owns Whole Foods, so you can get exclusive discounts and offers. Prime member deals at Amazon Fresh, which is grocery delivery. Prime Day, Prime exclusive deals. Prime Visa, which I have the Prime Visa, you get 5% back at Amazon. I also have the Amazon Prime American Express business card, which also gives me 5% back.
I'm all in on Costco for that stuff, and I got like a $500 kickback this year, so worth it.
Nice. Prime store card, yeah, Amazon, Prime early access, goes on. Reading benefits, as you mentioned before, Prime Reading, Amazon First Reads, books with Audible narrative, medical care and prescription benefits. They have some. We talked about this a while ago on the medical, but they also have prescriptions.
Hold on a second. I'm going back. Every month, Prime members can choose one Kindle book from our editor picks for free. Oh, yes. Yeah, you don't get to keep it, though.
Yeah, you just
get but look, downloaded titles are yours to keep. I don't believe that.
There you go.
I'm going to have to look into that, because it's been... I've borrowed some, and then it's like you try to borrow another one. It's like you have to return the other ones before you can borrow this one.
Well, and is it the editor's picks that you're getting, which is a select list of things? I would have to ask I'll ask my parents, because they are avid Kindle readers. I see. Pump through the books on their Kindles. But yeah, the medical care stuff, if you get prescriptions, or if you don't have great health care or want easier health care, look into that, because they have the infrastructure.
Guess what?
What?
Prime Pharmacy, or Amazon Pharmacy, is my pharmacy.
Ah, there you go.
The only caveat is it does not accept my insurance. So the things that I purchase there, I have to pay for. But the prices are really low. It's the same as the copays at other places. And so anyway, I'm thinking about changing it back to a brick and mortar pharmacy, but I've been using Amazon Pharmacy, and so if anybody has questions about how that works, I can answer that. But it works surprisingly well.
Nice. Other benefits, you can share your Prime benefits. We talked about that. Free shipping at ShopBop.
What?
Whatever in the world ShopBop is.
I don't know what that is.
Free titles at Audible, free upgraded shipping at Zappos, which they own Zappos, and Prime fuel savings. Link your account to save 10 cents a gallon on fuel at over 7,000 participating places. Oh, ShopBop looks like a fashion, looks primarily ladies fashion stuff. There's a
I went there. It's ladies fashion.
On a Norma dress for $484. I don't think I'll
these Aoki hoop earrings look pretty. I'm sure I nailed the pronunciation of that.
Yeah. ShopBop. I have never heard of that in my life.
Free titles at Audible. So I've been stung by Audible before. Oh, try this for $3, cancel anytime. And then 3 months go by and it's like, where's all this money going? I canceled that. No, that we don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Audible is the Columbia House of.
I actually there was a guy on the chat, because I like to chat versus talk on the phone, who said, "Well, it doesn't sign up by itself," and I was like, I almost said a bad word.
Yes, and hey, Grandma in the chat.
I probably signed up, but I'm pretty sure I canceled it as well.
She said, "Hey, here's the subject, but Nate, how can I access the TikTok shop if I can't get TikTok now? I haven't ordered the selfie stick from Amazon. I want the one you have."
Why can't you get TikTok now?
You can't download TikTok on your Apple or in the Play Store or App Store. They still have not added it in there. I saw
the message from the CEO who was praising Donald Trump for solving the problem.
Well, it's available again, but Apple and Google have decided not to let you download it from the store yet. But there's plenty of rumors about people still trying to buy it. So I have a feeling it'll be back soon. And if it's not, hey, Grandma, I will purchase another one and get it to you because it's that good of a selfie stick. But one last thing to wrap up the Amazon, you're thinking about the $140 a month. How does that pan out? So I had just downloaded all my order history for tax purposes. That's coming up sooner than later. But I looked 2024, I had 98 items that I ordered, but with Chelsea's account, I would guess, because she does all her subscribe and save for toilet paper and paper towels and all kinds of stuff, I would guess she had even more than that. So I would guess we had at least 200 orders last year, which would tell me that we paid less than $1 an order to get mostly overnight shipping most of the time.
And if you draw your attention to the screen, you'll notice that I have a photo of the Amazon on there as a little tongue-in-cheek.
What was I thinking? Why wasn't my background the Amazon tonight?
Hey, so you had the note, and maybe you mentioned it in your monologue there. You had 98 orders yourself, right?
Yes.
Guess how many I had in 2024?
Well, I'm going to guess 97.
You're looking at the thing.
Well, I can't help it. I had to look at my own number. I saw it in there. You plopped it in there. So
I just thought that was crazy that we ordered almost identical number of orders.
That is wild.
So let's see. Okay, hold on a second. I'll do some math. You got the letter in math. There are 365 days out of the year. And if I divide that by, let's go 97.
About one every 3.5 days.
Yeah, but 3.76 days.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of products.
Couple times a week. And then with Chelsea's on top of that we probably more than double that. Yes, the Amazon driver.
What was your combined number?
I would guess at least 200.
200. So that's 1.8 days. So every 2 days you're ordering something. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh,
Yes.
so much gas and fumes and rubber and plastic into this world because of those. Because we just cannot.
Stop buying stuff. But we
Can't
get
stop.
like all that stuff that gets, they're more efficient than us going to the store every other day
Well, but
because they're
I
doing
can
a home
walk to Walmart and
delivery.
Target. So is it? You know,
Well, you have that luxury.
I do. Does anybody want to buy my house for an obscene amount of money? I will
Yes.
sell it to you.
Where did you find your totals of the year? I had to submit a full data request to get
Really?
all of my,
No,
well,
no,
for the
no.
taxes, it helps give me the full history with all the details and
Here's how
makes it
you
a
do
lot
it. Hey,
easier.
Grandma. You go to your Amazon.com. You click on your account. So go to, or I'm sorry. Go into your orders, not your account. You can either do it from the drop down list or from your account page. Go to your orders. And then at the top of the orders page, there's a little drop down, and you can choose last 30 days, past 3 months, 2024, 2025. And I just click 2024, and it says 97 orders placed in 2024. So it's
And
just right
mine's
there.
actually different because I had 98 items, so I actually only placed 77 orders.
That's how
Because
many.
I
I
was looking
placed
at
more orders
14.
than you did.
Yes, you did.
Look at this. So this is where it is. I don't mind showing you what
And
I.
Wes is in the chat says, I'm too nervous to see my totals. I should have had Chelsea look on hers
Let's
and
see.
see
Let's see what it was in 2023. 90 orders. Man,
168 orders in
wow,
2023. Oh my
that's
goodness.
crazy. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I get my money's worth from Amazon Prime. That is the summary. And I think we both do. And then there's all those other fringe benefits if you use them. But if you use it for a lot of ordering, which it's the first place I go to place orders. So I think I am getting the value that I am putting into Amazon Prime.
if I were to pay $6.99 on those 97 orders, if I actually paid that shipping, it would cost me $678 a year in shipping alone.
Yeah.
Now, again, if I order $25, I can get free shipping or whatever. But
Yes.
yeah, well, it's still a
Yeah.
lot of money. If it keeps going up though, I don't know. The value
That's
is
it.
gonna.
Seems like everybody is trying to find what those
What's the number?
kill points are, where
Yeah.
if it goes to $200, do they lose millions of customers? So they've got
Hmm.
a lot of very smart people calculating all of that stuff.
Actuaries and accountants.
Yes. Yes. Well, you know who else is a very smart person?
I have no idea.
Dave with his pro tip of the week. Oh man, we talked about Amazon for a long time there.
Yeah. Well, the show's over now. Let's see.
Yes.
So
Call it a wrap.
I'll go quick on the pro tip. My pro tip is you should always keep you nearly always should keep your devices up to date. And the reason is due to security updates. I read
Yeah.
somewhere recently, today I believe, that the new iOS 18.3 for your iPad and your iPhone, and I think also your Apple TV, which I've not updated, there were 5 to 7 0-day bugs in there, meaning that these are in the wild, could be executed by someone on the outside right now. Just they could do it. So Apple closed those holes in the software with 18.3 update. So that's a good reason. However, updates can also break various applications. They can introduce new bugs. And so if you're doing mission critical things, you should evaluate whether an update is the right thing for you. For example, if I have some YouTube channel with 19,000 million followers and I use CapCut on my phone to edit everything, I might want to hold off on an update because it might break my thing that I'm earning all my money with. So that I was describing us with our 19,000
Yes.
million
Yes.
people.
Almost.
I think that's how the math works. So this update, and I was going to show you here on my phone, but it does something that you should be aware of if you are an Apple iOS user, is that it automatically turns on Apple Intelligence. Now, for most people, they don't care. They're already using it. And as a reminder, Apple Intelligence works on devices that are iPhone 15 Pro and the Pro Max, so last year's Pro phones, and the current year's phones of iPhone 16, 16 Plus, 16 Pro, and 16 Pro Max. I think those are the four. Is that right, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the four new ones and two from last year. If you don't have those devices, you don't really have to worry about it. But for those, they may be surprised to find that it's automatically turned on. Now, Apple, of course, is doing this to try to push forward Apple Intelligence to get more people use it. They get more analytics, more data. They can make their products better. So they really want to do it. But so far, it's been unremarkable and kind of buggy. And there's not a lot of incentive for people to use it. So I'm going to show you quickly, as I ramble on, how to turn it off. So let's go into our phone view here. And in settings, first off, you can go to General and go to Software Update and see what you're running. I updated mine last night, so it would have said push here to update to iOS 18.3. So I already did that, but that's where you would find that. And then if you want to find out how to do the other one, you go back to the main screen, and right here at the top of the screen is Apple Intelligence and Siri. Yes, they have coupled Apple Intelligence and Siri together if you're on a newer device. If you're on one of those older devices that don't support intelligence, it won't even show up for you. So at the very top of this screen, there is a toggle, Apple Intelligence. You can toggle it on and off, but by default now it's on. And I got really mad at Facebook years ago because it seemed like every time they would update their stupid versioning or whatever, they turned on all of the privacy settings so that public could see everything, and you'd have to go in there and turn them off. And they actually got their hand slapped a little bit for doing that. I don't believe they do that any longer, but it was just such an atrocious. I go in as a user, I make settings, and then I click update, and they change the settings. That's not cool. And so
No.
Apple did the same thing. If I had it turned off on 18.2 and I upgraded to 18.3, now it's turned on. I don't like that behavior. So
Oh, yes, because in 18.2 it was off by default, and in
yes.
18.3 it's on by default. So
Yeah.
it was
So
it
if
was
you
a system change, but it should have honored how
yeah,
you had it. So
whatever setting.
you want it turned off on your device?
I do not, but I don't
Oh,
want it to automatically be turned on for
yes.
people, especially if I turned it on and I used it and I'm like, this is not for me. I don't like it. Whatever. There's some privacy thing I don't want to give up for whatever reason, and then I turn it off, and then as a surprise, I go
It's
in
back
there.
on.
I go in there 6 months later, and I'm like, oh, ever since I updated, this thing has been on for 6 months. What the heck,
Yes.
Apple? So I just don't like that type of behavior. And this screen also is a little confusing to me because the Siri and the Apple Intelligence stuff is all smashed together. And so I feel like, well, it's at the top of the screen. If I turn off Apple Intelligence, do I still get Siri? So let's try it here. I turn it off and it's like Apple Intelligent features like writing tools will not be available if you continue. Also very Facebookian. Are you sure you want to go? Nate Heath will miss your quips. You know, Siri will also stop using additional capabilities provided by Apple Intelligence. And to me, I would say, well, it's pretty terrible now. So, but anyway, if you've turned it off, you'll notice that the other settings lower in the page remain untouched. But see, that's another thing. It's not very clear. Since it's at the top of the page and it's its own section, other settings which have this interface turn off the entire page. Like if I went to notifications right now, at the top, you can turn off all notifications, period. And so this is a little disingenuous about what it's actually doing when you turn it off. So anyway, it's just a little scummy because to me, it's all designed to push people into using Apple Intelligence versus giving them the option to do it. It's just like, nope,
Yes.
you're going to use it and you have to kind of do a little bit of work and some thinking to turn it off. And so leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes. Yes. Well, good. I would be curious. Let us know in the comments how many of you have a device that is Apple Intelligence. I know Oh, does Wes? Yeah, Wes got a Pro phone last year, but I
Mm.
know, like, my parents are on
My
like an
wife's
iPhone
phone, she's got the
16.
new
Oh
Pro
yeah,
this year.
she got the 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is getting there, and it's probably not going anywhere. So thank you for that input, which brings us to everyone's favorite segment, Just the Headlines.
And as a surprise today, we get a look at my backyard because my
Ah,
driveway cam is, how shall we say in your language, not working.
not working.
Kaput. So yes, there's my lovely 2-inch by 4-inch backyard.
Yes.
And my lovely table back there. And the glorious part, and I've mentioned this many times on the show, is we live right next to a Target. That is the Target
Yeah.
dock area. And one of my favorite things is about 3 a.m. in the morning when they like to come with their big truck and they turn off the air brake and it goes, and then
Yeah.
they,
The soothing sounds of semi
yeah,
trucks.
they back it up against the dock and it goes bonk bonk. And then they
Oof.
disconnect. More air
Wait,
sounds.
Dave, you were trying to
Oh,
sell your house in the
oh
last
yeah,
bit.
shoot. I just doxed myself, that yeah, go for it.
No, it's
Yeah.
the other Target in Sherwood.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've doxed myself before anyway. Like
Yeah.
when you look at the front yard, I'm pretty sure you could find out. But anyway, Todd, you're welcome to come over even though you don't know my address.
Yes.
But anyway, welcome. We can party in my backyard with my dead plants. And
Yes.
that tree you see back there is a pear tree. There is no
Ooh.
partridge in it,
Ah,
but that
lame.
thing produces some mighty fine pears. They are
Very
good.
nice. I'm
Yeah.
going to Amazon.com to find a fake partridge so that I can have it in your tree for you.
Hey, and before we do the rest of this segment, Nate, your
Yeah.
video is a little choppy. I don't know. You're doing
Is
some
it?
backups or what's going on there. Gotta always
Let
make
me
sure.
check. Let me check
So he's
because we
gonna
don't
check.
want that for. Oh, yeah. Looks like
Yeah, he's
it
for those
paused
of you.
Backblaze, but
Backblaze is a wonderful tool, but it loves to turn on during our show for some reason. I don't.
yeah.
You've said it many times to
Well,
not.
I've turned it on. I'm
Sorry, that was a
behind the
inadvertent.
scenes. I'm on my
I fat fingered it.
Mac again, which I haven't been using. So yes, I've paused Backblaze so that we can get to just the headlines.
Vandals in Southern California attack Waymo driverless taxi.
Report of newly discovered asteroid turns out to be a Tesla Roadster.
eBay sellers asking $2,000 to $50,000 for iPhones with TikTok installed. Hey,
There you
Grandma.
go. Hey, Grandma. Subaru security vulnerability allowed millions of cars to be tracked, unlocked, and started.
Oof. Meta officially starts showing ads on Threads.
Netflix raises prices again.
Solar charging backpacks are helping children to read after dark.
Yeah. And Sony ends production of Blu-ray media, MiniDiscs, and MiniDV cassettes. And those are just the headlines.
So Sony, man, those guys, they love to make proprietary storage devices that only work with their products.
Yes.
And it always costs them $1 billion, customers $1 billion, everybody $1 billion. And then they discontinue this stuff because nobody adopts it, except for them.
Yes.
I do have, my Xbox, I think, is a Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
And I also have a MiniDV camera. What about MiniDiscs, Nate? Do you have a MiniDisc?
No, I never. I think I saw a mini disc player once, but I don't know.
You know
That is
what?
one techno. Well,
Oh, never
one
mind.
of many technologies that I never was involved with. I missed that.
I'm
What do you
sorry. I was grabbing my PS Vita, and I was
Ah,
mistaking it with a PSP, a PlayStation Portable,
oh,
which has a disc drive in it. I think it's a mini disc format, but
oh,
I do not have one of those.
very cool. Oh, and we miss on the last your pro tip. Producer Todd said, "Which iOS fixed the Photos app?" And that I still enjoy the new Photos app. I know that that is not a popular opinion, but
It,
they have not
it was,
gone back to that.
I think it was 18.2.
That
Changed it,
switched to the new one.
changed it so that when you click a photo, it doesn't shrink it up,
Oh
and
yeah,
they put the
yeah.
bar at the bottom. It
Oh, that's right.
overlays the bar on top of the
Yeah.
photo
So
so that
there's
it remains.
improvements, but the overall interface is staying the same. And then producer Todd said, "One of these days, I'm going to time it right and just be standing in front of your driveway cam during the show. That would be epic."
That would be epic. And if my driveway cam is still broken, if you were in my backyard, that would be
Yes.
more epic because you have to hop over a berm and a fence to get there. So
Yes.
that would be
That
pretty
would
funny.
be epicer. Well, let us move on to our takes of the week before we hit midnight here. The first one has been big news in the tech world. China's DeepSeek AI hits #1 on the App Store, shocks AI researchers, sends US tech shares tumbling. So, this new DeepSeek, and it's not by a big AI company. I was listening to somebody talk about it, and it sounds like it's a group of guys that actually had a bunch of crypto mining hardware, and they decided to use that to whatever the terminology is, process and create uh, their AI system.
Hmm.
Um,
I have a hot
but
take on this. I think they just stole all of our secrets and made it that way.
yes,
But
yes. Well, so the big news here is not so much the AI. Of course, it's getting a lot of press. People are downloading it, so it's #1 in the App Store. That's not hard to do. I tried it out, and I've heard some people talking about it. It's not like that much better than ChatGPT or other AI services, but the difference is from what they have shown, they were able to build their model with a fraction of the processing power and GPUs, all these
yeah,
NVIDIA chips, and this massive stuff. So they were able to do that with, I think it was like a tenth maybe of the processing power. So that's where a lot of people like NVIDIA's stock went. It had they had the biggest reduction
the
ever,
biggest
like
drop.
$500 billion of market value they dropped in one day because of this
Yeah, it went
deep
from
sea
148 down to like 117.
117.
Huge.
So yeah,
So people
huge
like
stock.
me would say this is a buying opportunity because it's
Yes.
not going to go away. But it's now it's back up to uh, it's back up to 127. So
Yes.
it's gained most of its value back. So
Yes. And I was correct. It says delivering comparable results with only 10% of the processing power. And then just as they were launching this, they've also talked about they have a image generation AI that is similar. They announced it yesterday, I think, that they say is in on par, if not better, than like Dolly 3, the Chat GPT one, or Stable Diffusion. Is that the other big one, or Mid Journey? So
it can
these
be
guys
as
out of China are
yeah.
getting making some news now. An interesting take. I was watching a video on AI News. I can't remember the guy's name. We've talked about him
As
before.
Todd would say, my
Um,
favorite news channel.
yes, and he's actually a real guy, but he referenced a tweet from Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. Maybe you've heard of it, and
Mm-hmm.
he was talking about Jevons paradox. And he said, Jevons paradox strikes again. As AI gets more efficient and accessible, we will see its use skyrocket, turning it into a commodity we just can't get enough of. So this is, and he linked to the Wikipedia article. The Jevons paradox occurs when technological advancements make a resource more efficient to use, thereby reducing the amount needed for a single application. However, as the cost of using the resource drops, overall demand increases. So, like for this instance with DeepSeek, they were able to do it so much more efficiently. Well, that just allows more people to get into the game. It doesn't have to be OpenAI with their hundreds of billions of dollars, or Microsoft or Meta, these big people. If people can do it at a lower cost, it gives more people a chance to get to the game. So demand actually increases, instead of, maybe some people would say, oh, great, our energy usage that they keep saying is going to ruin our whole power grid is going to go down. It will probably stay the same, if not go up.
Or
So,
like uh, steam engines. It's like, oh no, all the steam is going to go into the air. I picked a terrible example. Well, maybe future products have a more efficient
yeah.
drivetrain and they use less steam. Again, a very terrible example. Heaven
Yes.
forbid we put moisture into the air.
Yes.
But you get, oh, hold on.
Well, you have activity in
We
the
got
backyard.
some backyard activity there. We've
Oh,
got
a little drug deal going on in the Target parking lot
well,
back
the
there.
thing is, those are police officers.
Oh, the Popo.
Let's see
They're
if we
on to
can
us.
get the popo a little
They
bit.
heard us talking about China.
Yeah. So the popo love to park back
Mm.
there and do their little, hey, how was Sally's ball game the other night? Oh, it's pretty good. Did you try out that new donut place? Oh yeah, that's killer. That donut place, pretty sweet. So anyway, that's Sherwood Police for you.
Yeah. And producer Todd, back on the physical media, he said it's kind of having a low-key comeback. And Gen Z talks about it with all the streaming BS. And movies still come out physically. What will they come out on now?
That's the rub, my friend. Nobody wants them to come out on physical media because if there's no physical media,
Then they can't show you ads.
They can control the horizontal and the vertical. I did that backwards.
Yeah.
Flip that.
Flip that and reverse it. So DeepSeek has been all the news, which really trumped over OpenAI last week, introduced Operator, which is a form of their ChatGPT stuff where it has a built-in web browser and you can give it commands and it will go and perform those tasks for you. I heard somebody on This Week in Tech saying, yeah, it's really great if you want to tell it to do something and have it take 5 minutes if it would only take you 30 seconds otherwise.
It's just like my Rabbit AI.
My camera just died.
Well, as your camera's dying, it's just like my Rabbit AI. That's what it does. You go in here and you say, hey, Rabbit, do this thing. If you go to the web interface, it'll put all the stuff in there and then it'll do the thing and then it'll return the result. And by the time it's done, you could have made the coffee yourself or whatever it is you're trying to do. You could have gone to Google and learned how to play the violin by the time it did its thing. Hey, you're back.
I'm back. Yes, my power cable for my camera wasn't plugged in all the way. This OpenAI Operator, it is part of their Pro plan, which is $200 a month, which I cannot figure out why anybody is spending that much on a subscription for AI, especially with all the other options. Yeah, they're making their money. Next up, Samsung had their Galaxy S25 Unpacked event. We like to be somewhat fair. We cover the Apple events extensively.
Well,
but
I looked at a little bit of the content from this event, and I gotta be honest, I could not be less excited about technology. This is what non-iPhone users think every time there's a new iPhone. It's like it's the same as the last one. What's different here?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, better processor, better camera. I mean, very similar to an iPhone upgrade. They have the S25 and the S25 Plus.
Big. Pretty soon the back's just going to be one big camera.
Yes, which I actually wouldn't mind on my iPhone. Give me more camera.
Yeah.
Give me all the camera. They have the Edge. They announced, or they teased, a very thin phone, which there are rumors of a very thin iPhone coming out this fall. Which
they're trying to get ahead of it.
Your camera died again. It looks like my camera died again. We'll give that a couple seconds. Samsung Wallet updates, and of course, they have some kids stuff, and then a bunch of AI, bunch of new AI. They are using Google Gemini,
Yeah.
so which I believe is better than what they were using. But yeah, it's the same. All these phones, they get some things get a little bit better, and they try to put some new features, and they're jamming a bunch of AI in there. So
Yeah.
that's Galaxy Unpacked if you're getting one. But the other interesting thing that they teased this week is the Samsung Project Moohan XR headset, which many people notice looks very similar to the Apple Vision Pro.
Very
Uh,
similar.
I did watch a video today. Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD, he got to try it on and he did a little review. And he's like, yeah, there's some things I like. It's a little bit lighter than the Vision Pro. It doesn't have the screen on the front, it has, a bunch of cameras, but it runs Android's XR software, whatever this term is we're using now. But
Yeah.
the one advantage on this is it will run. Now, I would be skeptical how well it will run every Android Play app, phone apps, tablet apps. You can use any of them. Whereas on the Vision Pro, a developer can take their iPad app and check a box in the developer stuff to say that they can do it. But it's kind of fun not having me on camera. I think that's
it is
an
kind of fun.
advantage.
Well, we could just switch over to me and just have the Dave show. I could give you a little tour of my office here. Here we have a screen with some vaporware aesthetics on there. We've got some real life candles. So here's a pro tip. Where's my button?
I'm going to switch it to a port that I think has more power.
So my pro tip on the candles is I'm like, those Catholic Jesus candles with the saints on them and stuff? I just want candles to warm my space because it's cold. Yeah. And I went into the Dollar Tree the other day because my wife told me that's where you can find them. They had holiday ones, which Valentine's Day is coming up. And so they had red and white ones without the saint picture on them. They're just plain.
Yeah.
And so I picked up a few of those. And my wife is also allergic to fragrance. Oh, you're gone again. Sorry. And so there's no scent, which is fantastic. I like the scented candles, but she sneezes her head off. So it's a win-win if you're looking for an alternative heating source in your very cold house next to Target. This is a good option. Yeah. So there you go.
Very nice. Well, yes, I'm not back, and I'm bummed that I'm not on video, so you can't see my excitement. We missed it the other week with all the CES madness, but Microsoft Patch Tuesday, Woo-hoo! January 2025.
I'm so excited about this. And there's Krebs there with his little smirk on his face talking about it. But what was new in this update?
Yes, so Microsoft today unleashed updates this was January 14th, unleashed updates to plug a whopping 161 security vulnerabilities in Windows and related software, including 3 zero-day weaknesses that are already under active attack.
Yowza. So, wow, that's a lot of updates. Yes. And as I mentioned before, Apple did have some. I should have looked up that number. I thought it was 7 security vulnerabilities. But either way, yes, that's why you need to update your stuff. But beware, it could break some stuff too.
It says Redmond's inaugural Patch Tuesday of 2025 bundles more fixes than the company has shipped in one go since 2017.
Wow.
So setting records to start off 2025, and it goes on to talk through that. But let us cleanse our palate and talk about an amazing bonus odd take. You teased it earlier. Stimulation clicker from Neal.fun. Now, we've talked about cookie clickers and other similar games, but Dave, run with this one while I hopefully get my camera back going.
Yeah, and before I start, I wanted to catch up on our chat. Producer Todd says, no physical media is lame. Madonna only her last tour on Paramount Plus and no physical version. A first for her. I'm still salty about it. And Nate, you need a hashtag MPT hat. Did I
Oh,
miss what's
yes.
the
I'm gonna make
MPT?
an official Microsoft Patch Tuesday. That
Ah,
would be
gotcha.
sweet.
I can't
I'm
believe
adding
it.
that to my hats note as we speak.
Well, so as you teased on this, and welcome back there in your little
Yes,
circle.
for the moment, hopefully.
This is one of those games that is a what we consider a cookie clicker game. There used to be this app, it's still around, and we've talked about it before a couple times on this show. But you, with Cookie Clicker, you click a cookie and it gives you a cookie. And you click it a couple more times, and let's say you get 10, 20, 30, 50 cookies. And with 50 cookies, you can buy a pointer, which will automatically click the cookie every second,
Yes.
right? And so
Yeah.
now you've got an automatic pointer clicking the cookies, which is giving you more cookies, which is your currency to buy more things, more pointers. It goes, Cookie Clicker goes so crazy. There's like satanic rituals, grandma guilds, just space aliens, weird stuff that you can get. So this is reminiscent of that. And this is called Simulation Clicker. So it says click me. So I'm going to click it. I've earned one simulation. Nice. Two.
Stimulation.
Oh, so I'm sorry, Stimulation. This Stimulation Clicker. I cannot speak or read. Thank you for correcting me. So there's a DVD, a bouncing DVD. One stimulation per bounce costs 3 stimulations. So I need to click it one more time. Now I've unlocked it, and I can purchase this. Oh, and look, there's a bouncing DVD. Now the next one's going to cost 5 stimulations, and so I got to click a bunch here. Oh, but look, as I click, more items are becoming unlocked. I want to pay for more DVDs, and I'm gonna keep getting those.
And I put it in the chat, but you can't leave the video. You at least have to keep listening to us if you're going to go play Stimulation Clicker.
So now I'm up
Oh, my
to
big camera.
40, and look, add tab tile. It's good for SEO. Costs 5 stimulations. So I'm gonna click it, and I have a tab tile. I have no idea what happened. So now I'm gonna click the amount animation. It costs 10. Okay, and then an SPS counter. And then I'm buying a button upgrade. Oh, wait, it costs 40. I don't have 40. So I have to get up to 40, and now I click it. Now I've got, oh, now my button's bigger. It upgraded it. Look at that. And you'll also notice that I'm automatically earning stimulation. 22 1 per second. And I don't, it keeps changing. Now, get this. If I get 100, let's get up to 100 real quick here. And yes, I spent way too long. So I've got 140. So I'm going to get Subway Surfers, and boom, Subway Surfers appears on my screen. Can I move it around? No, it's locked down there. Oh, and because I have autoplay video turned on, it's not going to play. So that's fine. Normally it would play the video, and our little circles. I might need to turn those off here. Give me 1 second here. Our inset is in the way. There we go. So there's that. Oh, and then we can get the Lo-Fi Girl Beats. She costs $250. What's this one? Breaking news. Oh, there's the ticker across the screen. We got breaking news. Now we can get the sound for the DVD bounces.
We need a Dave Plays Games where you just do an hour straight of this.
Rain sounds. A Pinwheel 700. Holy cow.
Hey, Grandma says, is this supposed to be fun?
This is.
I really envy our audio listeners.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who aren't seeing this. But anyway, it's a cookie clicker type game, and it's just ridiculous. And like I said, I played it for probably 30, 40 minutes, and I didn't unlock all the stuff. And with all these games, you get to a point where you're making millions of currency every second, and you just run out of things to do. Oh, there's Lo-Fi Girl. Rain sounds. See, now there's rain falling on my screen. So, she was, hey, Grandma was like dissing me. But now, what do you say? With the music playing and the rain coming down, this is fun. So, there you go.
Yes, one of those kind of endless clickers, much like our Neal.fun thing we did last week with where you drag things together. But
you're gone.
He creates so much fun stuff. I love it. And my camera, I think the battery got too low. Let's see if we can get it on just long enough to get to our Picks of the week.
And I missed the cue again. You gotta warn me a little bit more on that. So I thought since you weren't there, we could just do a
Oh, there you go.
profile
That's all
picture.
you need.
Yeah. So picks of the week. We'll do this quickly so your camera doesn't die, and we're right near the end of the show. My pick of the week, I actually forgot to put it on. I have one, but I didn't put it in the notes. So let me go to Amazon and go to my
Oh, I'm on the
orders.
wrong note sheet. I was clicking around on the stuff. I would have read last week's pick.
Oh, you don't want to do that. So I kind of want to do two things at once because I bought them at the same time, but I also realize I'm wasting a pick.
Yeah.
So I have the ZV-E10 I use for filming meetings and stuff, and I also have I have two of them. I'm an embarrassment of riches here.
Yes.
ZV-E10. Just let me click. I got to click here. Give you a little So I have that camera, and I have a lens that's got a zoom.
No
lens.
audio. Hey, Grandma said. Oh, I think your game wasn't playing the music because I wasn't hearing anything.
Yeah. Okay. I see. It appears to be working. Is yours? Say something again, Nate.
I will say something again.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So there's the Sony
EV10,
and I plug it into the wall with a little adapter, similar to this one, which is my pick of the week. One of my picks of the week. But this particular one, you don't have to plug it into AC power. You'll notice here you can plug it into USB Type-C, which leads me to this pick, which is the Anker Nano 3-in-1 portable iPhone charger, 10,000 milliamp hour power bank with built-in USB-C cable and foldable wall plug, 30 watts max battery pack, travel essentials for iPhone 16, 15 series, Galaxy, MacBook. Whew. I needed this on our trip, but I didn't yet have it. But what's good about this, these two products together, this product and this product means I can have power going to my ZV-E10 while I'm recording a meeting, but I don't have to be tethered to a cord that's plugged into the wall. You're like, well, how often are you moving around when you're filming this meeting? Not very much, but it is kind of a pain to be tethered to one place, and then somebody over here will be talking, but there's a bunch of fat heads in the way. So I want to move my camera over so that I can see the person talking. Well, now I'm kicking the plug in my wall and it comes unplugged and then my camera dies and it ruins the video file, and I have to go spend $100 on software to uncorrupt. I have to decorrupt my video is what the real word is. So anyway, there is an advantage. And you might also say, doesn't your ZV-E10 have a built-in battery? It does, but they're this big, and they only last like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and then it dies. And so I don't want that. Show audio is fine. I was talking about Dave's goofy game. Now, hey, Grandma, don't knock it till you try it. And you're going to have to use your iPad because the iPhone screen's a little too small for all this stuff. So test it out or get your MacBook out and try it. Neal.fun, stimulation clicker. So anyway, my pick is really this Anker Nano. And yes, there is a coupon, $44, $10 coupon. I think I might even been on sale when I bought it. So it's very affordable, but this is a 10,000 milliamp hour. It's got the prongs that you can plug right into the wall, so you don't have to carry around a stupid little adapter. Oh no, I forgot my adapter thing and I can't charge my device. And don't worry about it. If you've got power and a wall, you can charge it. It also has a separate port that you can plug a cable into, and it's got a built-in cable that also doubles as a lanyard.
Oh, like I talked about, one of my favorite things we saw at CES and new portable battery tech was having that little lanyard thing there.
Yeah. So that cable can be used to power your device up to a MacBook or Dell computer, because it outputs, I think, 30 watts, which is pretty good. It's not going to charge your MacBook in 10 minutes, but it'll charge it. But the higher wattage power delivery was essential for my other pick, so that the little camera, the fake camera, what do they call the dummy battery? So the dummy battery would have enough power to operate the camera because it has to be of a certain wattage to do it. So
Doesn't
anyway,
yours just charge off USB-C?
well, the problem there is the USB-C does not charge fast enough. It's trickle charge.
Which I think is the problem that I ran into this evening, which is why
Yeah.
I'm on my lovely FaceTime camera now, because one backup is none backup. We already did the jingle. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So
Well, that is,
I have the dummy battery that plugs into AC power
yeah,
because I was having that same problem early in my career with this camera. Is that
yes.
I'd get through half the video and it would die, and I'd be like switching stuff, and I'm like, why is it dying? It's because it uses more energy than it can suck in on that 5-volt USB-C port. So,
Yes.
anywho, it's the
Nice.
way to go. So that's a long-winded pick, but man, it sure makes me with my little tripod.
Well, at least
with
we're
wheels.
in a short episode this week.
Oh yeah.
Before we get 2 hours, not 2 hours.
Our fans love it. They keep saying longer shows.
They do. They do. Well, my pick of the week, Dave, you've actually seen this before because we used it to light ourselves when we were in our room at CES to record that episode.
Yes.
And this is the Inky Gold Pro 12. And you're going, what is that thing?
It's a thing you put on your arms to float in a pool.
Yeah, it's to take my blood pressure. No. So you look at this thing, it's got a little thing on the back, and it's got this little part here, like looks like you're supposed to blow it up.
If you weren't watching the show right now, you should.
Yeah,
be.
this is, and so then on the back, I've got these little controls, and I hold that down, and I press it for 3 seconds, and it's at 0%. So I press the other button, and this is a light. Woo! I got red.
Yeah.
So
it's a portable light. It's really cool.
Yeah, and so it inflates and deflates, so you get this big glowing thing instead of, just like some of the little lights that we've talked about before. Charges via USB-C. It is waterproof because it has these seals on both sides. You can go white light or no, yellow light to white light. That is looking really good on that dang FaceTime camera right now. I'm going to break it. But yeah, this thing, and the other thing, it has magnets in the back. So if you have something metal, you can just slap it on there, mount it, and light yourself. And I got it. Sorry, hey, Grandma. I got it on the TikTok shop. There are very similar products on Amazon. But again, I got a really good deal. And then you can just press this and deflate and pack it in your bag. So you're getting a huge light that is very portable for travel right there. So the Inky Gold Crown, I think they're about $40. I got mine under $30 on the TikTok shop. So I will.
Hey, whatever happened to Temu? Why aren't you buying stuff on Temu anymore?
I got all the random junk off there that I ever needed. If you want actual things, you got to go to TikTok shop.
No thanks. The only thing I do on TikTok is Dave rates screens. That's it.
Yes. If you want more of that, let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe, ring that bell.
Hey, Grandma wants more cowbell, that's for sure.
Yes. And producer Todd said, whoa, that light is amazing. Yes, I had seen them around. Then when I saw it on TikTok, I was like, you know what? I only have like 5,000 different video lights. It's one of my collections. I need that one. But it worked great for us down in Vegas for the show to just pop that up. Had it in my backpack and we were good to go. If you would like either of our picks, you can head over to Not Picks, where we have a bunch of stuff. And then I go into our Amazon affiliate account and look at the anonymous reports for our Ramazon purchase of the week. And this week, I want to know who it was. Somebody purchased the Carhartt men's loose fit washed duck double front utility work pants. Those are some no joke pants right there. It says $60. They have different sizes and
they've got 7,452 4.5 star ratings. So
yeah,
that's some legit stuff right there.
Yeah, $60 for some Carhartt. So did you ever think of buying your work pants off of Amazon. Well, now you have, thanks to our Amazon. If that was you, let us know how those work pants. We've got some industrial people,
Yeah,
some
look,
hardworking people in our Amazon affiliate account using not picks.
it's got the
Real,
double denim on the leg part, so that I don't know if you're
yeah,
a welder or a horse rider or something, you get a little bit extra protection there. It doesn't
yeah.
wear out. That's pretty nice.
I have no reason in my life for those pants, but I know there are people that can use that type of thing.
Hey Nate, we
Well,
use our minds to,
yes,
not our
yes,
bodies, to earn
we
our
use
living.
our minds, and with that, my mind is about spent for the evening. Thank you to everybody that joined us during the live show on YouTube. Watch it afterwards on YouTube. Leave us some comments or wherever you find podcasts so you can get out there and tech better. Do, 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 do.